Chris's method. I'm with Michelle Patterson, and she's live. And we're doing for the week.
I will be filming and editing the signs for the 2021 overviews, but those are general
And look, from yesterday, just to show you guys, like, kind of where I'm at, I have redone everything. I've kind of packed it up, so to speak.
Of course, I still have the courses on angels,
I figured I'd go
spiritual
ahead
topics, meditations, all over at gumroad.com. And a very special thank you to all my Patreon supporters and to all of you who like, subscribe, share. I really appreciate it. I really do. And again, thank you guys so much
like
for
every
your
day it's like
beautiful,
she's in my living
supportive
room.
comments. They really do mean the world to me. Big change. Big change coming.
Happy Halloween.
So, it's interesting to me, as I was watching, we're getting closer now to this election in the U.S., and everybody was talking about it, and I just felt this sense of buzzy, you hear me talk about this all the time, this buzzy kind of anxious kind of energy, and I thought that was interesting, because we get this anxious energy right before we have some major crack, or some breakthrough, or something along those lines. Now, what I feel, and what I have been hearing, and when I say hearing, it's not like, these voices are coming at me or whatever. It's guidance through my inner voice. So, it's, so to speak, I'm hearing, okay? Maybe that's a topic for another day.
I'm an angelic believer.
There's some distinctions there, okay? But what I was feeling and sort of hearing was no one wins. No one wins. If you're sitting there and you think that the angels, what we call angels, again, who knows, one day it's going to all break open and we'll figure out, oh, it was actually this, but we had these, terms for it or whatever. That's coming. That's coming. But, they're not going to be concerned with something like what politician wins. People are going to argue that because they are very human. And in our human brains, we think that, the way we see things is the way it works throughout the universe. The way we experience time, for example, that's how it is in the entire universe. We understand that that's not true. Time is not actually linear. The way we perceive anything is how any being in the universe, whatever you believe, right, is having the same experience we are. That's part of that ego consciousness, okay? Where that's how I see it, that's how it's just done, and any other perspective is not valuable. So the angels are always much more concerned about our spiritual growth, opening our hearts, our expanded awareness, our expanded consciousness, and making sure we're all right, and making sure we're staying on course. No one wins when we get divided. No one wins when we think that that's real power. Now, I know, there's the surface level way of looking at things. Sure, these are going to be, it's going to be a policy maker, all those things, and it could affect our day-to-day lives. Of course, I know a lot of you out there be like, Michelle, our rights, okay? Our rights. Are you kidding me? This is incredibly important. This is how I live. That could be very much threatened. And I'm not trying to glaze over that, okay? But I'm saying as far as the message is coming through here, there is a big call to make sure, you hear me say this all the time, to observe but don't get invested. Observe but don't get invested. Turnabouts. The things, lots of shakeups, lots of, wait, what? And I could just see everybody, kind of getting fed up and going, you know what? Ugh. I'm going to go away until this is all over. Right? Let me know when it's done, right? Kind of thing. So I would definitely say, make sure you are staying peaceful as much as you can. I'm not about sidestepping. I'm not saying just pretend like nothing's happening. Don't bury your head in the sand. None of that. We need to stay calm, and we need to stick together. And that doesn't have anything to do with parties. It has to do with souls. Okay? if you start to feel yourself getting angry, or even on the other side of things, whoever the victor is, someone might say, yes, now it's going to be sunshine and rainbows. It never is. It never is. Why? I don't know. I wish I did. No, but but we always get this sort of rose-colored glasses, like, because the person I wanted in office is there, it's going to be great. We're learning something on a very deep level here. And it is very much about taking our power back and not allowing us to get dragged in to something that will lower our frequency. Okay, now as I say that, I don't mean let's just pretend like we're above it all, blah, blah, blah. It's not authentic. It's not authentic, okay? So there's going to be this part of you that is observing, seeing what's going on out there, and knowing, like, okay, this is, just know that this must come to pass. Whatever it is, this must come to pass. Because everything that's occurring right now, it's breaking us open, making us look at ourselves, which we don't do on our own, do we? No. It's only when we are made to be uncomfortable. No one wins. Turnabouts. Shocking news. Surprises. Confusion. What? If you start to feel your heart pounding, you're starting to get stressed, you're starting to only focus on that. If you start to get obsessed, careful. Don't get dragged into it. And that's what I'm here to bring you. Now, everybody out there, all these beautiful spiritual practitioners out there, they're bringing forward what they are meant to bring forward, right? They're bringing to you another aspect of it, I suppose. But what I'm supposed to be delivering to you today is a reminder that you have to be a carrier of light, of peace, be authentic. That means if you are upset, it's okay. It's okay. Do I think I know who's going to win? I think I know who's going to be the supposed winner. And then there's someone who's secondary there who makes a mistake. It's okay. It doesn't like affect anything too drastically, but something else comes in, and there's massive change. And that's what I want to say around this. There's massive change. It's imperative that we stay in alignment, centered, focused, okay? And this is what I'm feeling too. Even if on the surface it feels like, no, Michelle, you don't understand. Like, this would be devastating to me because of how I live if this person won or that person won, what have you. Remember, that's still on the surface. We can make anything happen we
crystal
want.
method mailbox.
Okay. And that goes for everybody across the world. When we put all of our focus into just winning and being right, we lose. No one wins. In other news, I think a lot of people are going to be going through, I just heard parental guidance. And what I feel like that means is that a lot of people are going to be going through massive changes, massive shifts. I know a lot of you have reached out to me and said that you have been laid off from your jobs and things like that. And don't worry, you're going to be all right. If something major happened to you like that, it's just opening something else up, okay? So be ready. Things are not going to be steady. And if we get angry at that every time it's not steady, we're just going to keep staying behind. And we're just going to slow our progress. Keep the peace. There's a better way. There's a better way to have a more harmonious, cooperative existence with one another. So many of us have been hurt on a deep level that we don't even trust one another anymore.
Yeah, man.
And as I've always said, we live in a very narcissistic world. Yes, we do. And so people are always trying to outdo one another, diminish one another. manipulate. I've had some people coming at me trying to manipulate around things. So, just be aware of all that. This isn't to inspire this idea of, that's right, I'm not even going to pay attention. I'm not even going to watch it. I'm not even going to watch. You don't have to watch it. But please don't act like you're above it all. Okay? Please don't. This is a major splitting. And as far as what happens, the fortune-telling part of this, have we not realized that it's us? We are the ones who are creating the outcomes. So what do you want? I know I want to walk down the street and have freedom. I want to say hello to somebody and be free to be friendly. And maybe feel a little of that coming back. Because people are genuinely happy to be around one another. Does that have to do with politics? Probably not. I know. There is a surface level importance here. Of course. But what you need to hear right now is that you can't hang on. You can't hang on. It's going to be ripped out of our hands, whatever it is. Our way of life as we've known it. Our safe, comfortable place. Our comfort zone. We've gotten to a place where we're just sort of spinning in the same spot and we're not progressing. And so we're being shoved out into another existence. And that might be hard for a lot of people. People might act out. People are going to act out. There's going to be so much anger. There's going to be a lot of fighting and saying, no, it's not real. I can't. And there's going to be so many different areas where this is going to be happening. Different perspectives. And in addition to that, there are going to be other really major things to contend with. But can it smooth out? Absolutely. Will it? Sure. But we are creating that outcome. And that's the most important thing to hang on to right now. Let's get on to the cards. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Expect big revelations. Expect things to... We've been saying this forever. I feel kind of silly even repeating it over and over and over again. But it's big revelations. And people finally coming together at some point. This is going to be maybe just this week. But people coming together and saying, no, we need things to be different. There's going to be a discovery of our actual purpose here. And it's not what we thought. So that's going to be coming about. Again, that's in a general sense. If you want me, like I said in the beginning, if you want me to tune in for you, reach out, angelsouls444.com. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. The old way of approaching things. Don't hang on to the past. Don't hang on to what you think you know. Don't hang on to your own definition of yourself. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've been going through that a lot recently where I'm like, God, I'm not the same person I was when I started Angel Souls. I feel like I've evolved in a big way, and I'm not so afraid of, getting out there and saying what I got to say and all of that. So, I feel like that's just one small example of what we're going to be experiencing this week, where don't just hang on to the old way. Because someone came along and said, this is how life works, and you accepted it, and you've never asked any further questions. It's not going to work. Banking systems, money systems, all of it's changing. Not this week. But, eventually. Okay? All right. Let's get another card. One more shuffle, please. Okay. We have nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. The turnabout. So whoever is announced, if you're like, Michelle, I can't believe you're so stuck on the election. Listen, when I sit down, I tune into what I feel is coming to me, and right now there's a collective energy that wants to talk about this. Okay, so there we are. Nothing is yet set in stone. So you can take that on a personal level. If you don't like how things are going, it's all right. And also this says, don't get too cocky. Don't get too cocky, and don't think that everything is just going to magically come together without you learning a few lessons and making an effort, right? So it's about balancing that. But we're talking about the events of the week. Who is announced as the winner? That may not stick, or there might be some question around it. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini, there's more to be revealed. There's more to be revealed. You guys don't even know what's coming. I don't really know either. I just feel the energy of it. And I think I kind of talk about expansion. Going beyond the boundaries. The answers you need are coming. So there will be some communication coming. There will be something. I feel like there's something that sort of interrupts the process. And it's beyond politics. It's like, boy, talk about like, I don't want to say it's a common enemy. It's like a common shock. It's one of those things. You ever see like two people, they're fighting, and then something like blows up in the background, and suddenly they're grabbing onto each other like, what was that? Right? That, not literally, hopefully not literally, but you know, that's sort of what's going on here. Like there's this huge thing that gets revealed, perhaps, soon. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So keep going. Keep going. And this is spiritual work. This is finding your peace. And again, you know, I have people who watch me and you don't believe in this stuff, and that's cool. Hey, welcome. You know, I'm glad you're here. But if you're here to troll, but I think some people just watch because they have a curiosity. And that's cool. And I understand that some of the language we use sounds really stupid if you don't believe in this stuff, or sounds kind of crazy, again, if you don't believe in this stuff. But it's just the language that we have, okay? So when we talk about, I don't know why I feel that, I have a lot of people watching this week that you're not really into this stuff. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you to everybody for being here. And I do apologize. I feel like I'm so inarticulate today. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, welcome. Anyway, so your hard work is paying off. So again, this is more of that focusing on your heart space, connecting the mind and the heart. And we're about to realize this isn't it. This right here, this isn't the whole story. We're about to get another piece of the story. Cool? All right. I do have the little cabochon sitting here next to me. All right, so let's get the color card as well. And then I can pull some cabochons as well.
Now it's just should probably get good. I'm not into the politics thing, but she's always pretty on point.
Upheaval. Okay, so there's like a choice here, and then I feel like our hearts kind of get cracked open. There's something around our hearts breaking and being cracked open. But there's a result that comes from that. Hopefully it's not violent, you guys. Please don't. Not you. Why am I talking to you about it? Like, y'all ain't doing it. I know. But like, if anybody happens to stumble across this video and you are somebody who gets that angry, or you want to be manipulative, you want to play games with people or whatever, let's not. Okay, let's just be good to one another. But I feel like we're starting to go this direction, and then there's more information. There's a cracking. Our hearts are kind of broken. And then there's other things in the background going on. And then we kind of go, now we know.
A lot of people out on boats today.
You know what? Let's cut the nonsense. Let's stop fighting each other. Let's stop. Stop being at each other's throats. There is something bigger that we need to work on together. So, this idea of cooperation and communication, and that whole idea of your hard work is paying off, that has to do with a spiritual discovery. And it's personal first, because that's how our brains work. And then we look at one another, and it's like rediscovering the beauty in other human beings, which I think a lot of us have lost. Again, through a very abusive world, a manipulative, narcissistic world, but we can regain that now. So we have Aqua, experience peace and calm. The number is 33. We are being guided. There's a lot of higher wisdom going on here, and a lot of asking us to, again, understand our truer nature. Not that this isn't what we're experiencing right now, but there is a truer nature, and this does have to do with finding your peace and calm no matter what's going on, tapping into the higher wisdom. Again, not like as if you're above it all and nothing bothers you. Let's not be fake about it. Okay? So there's that. Let's pull Cabochon. Cabochon, Cabochon. And I'll do BRoll on these so that you can see them a little bit better. I love playing with these. All right. November 4th keeps coming up. November 4th, there's something big that goes on there. We've got quite a few. Okay. Again, I'm just going to kind of read them here because you're not going to be able to see them too well, I suppose. You know what I mean? All right, so we have awareness. Again, you can't see it. It's like real tiny. Awareness, peace, Archangel Michael, truth, justice, clarity. Remember I said we're kind of, it's almost like, you know, again, that slicing open, that cracking open, and then going, I can't believe we've been doing that, right? And we're going to be going in this direction. And Archangel Sandalphon. So Sandalphon is all about balancing your chakras, balancing the higher self with the physical self, and if you want to see it as the spiritual self with the physical self, remaining grounded, remaining peaceful, cleansed, in alignment, all of that. Yeah, I think this is definitely like a hang on for the ride kind of time. Please do not be an enabler for people who want to be manipulative with emotions. Yeah. The ones that claim I need more attention than anybody else, be careful with that, please. Okay. We do have protection here. Something comes into our awareness. It feels electrifying. It's very charged at first. But then, because of the clarity that comes from it, we are able to come into some peace. And we're going to realize, you know, peace doesn't come from like, bashing who you think your enemy is, or pretending like it's not there, or what have you. It's going, okay, I see it. I'm going to be real level about this. I'm going to remain balanced. Again, you can't see it, but here you go. Archangel Sandalphon, remaining very, very balanced and peaceful, and still accepting the information that comes to us, because it is giving us awareness. It is giving us clarity, even if it doesn't seem like it at first. Okay? So we're going to leave it there. I'm sending you all so much love, and take care.
Crystal Method by Michelle Patterson, Angel Souls 444. She's amazing. Every day, listen to her. And she's pretty accurate. So, anyways, I'm gonna finish getting ready. And I'll get started with my next episode. Crystal's Method. How you doing? Have a safe Halloween, but I'll be back.